Hello, everybody. Welcome to Thursday Thoughts. It's a pleasure to be with you. Thursday Thought is a weekly show that I do. I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a second. Do me an enormous favor, though. Can you please, in the comments below, let me know where you're listening from? If you're watching live or if you're catching the rebroadcast, let me know. I like to know where my friends call home. I've had people listen all the way from Chicago and beyond, and this little boy from Philly is just happy to have you with him. And while you're doing that, let me tell you a little bit about myself. My name's Justin Gonzalez. I'm an entertainer from the Philadelphia area. I have performed on a number of stages in a number of countries around the world, in a number of styles of music for the last 20 years. And the thing that I've learned that I love most about performing, especially music, are the stories. The songwriter has a story, the composer has a story, the first performer has a story, the lyrics themselves are a story. You have a story, I have a story, and it's in performing when all of our stories come together, be it live performing or be it digital like this. Like, it looks like it's going to have to be for a little bit longer. So thank you so much for all of you that are joining the party. Well, Thursday Thoughts is a show. Let me see, is it up there? Yeah, there it is. Okay. Thursday Thoughts is a show that I do. And what it is, it's your thoughts. It's your thoughts. What do you think I should be singing? You guys have left comments for me, have sent me messages, emails saying, I think that you should sing this style, or I think you should sing this artist, or I think you should sing this song. And what I do is I take all of those suggestions and I mull over all of them and I put together a show for you. Usually 2 or 3 songs, because I also, in the middle of my Thursday Thoughts, have a segment that I call my local business moment. Now, we're going to get to that a little bit later, and I actually have a very special guest waiting in the green room right now, and I am so excited to talk to her. She is a fellow musician, but like so many artists, we have to have our side hustle as well, and I'm really excited to see how we can really support her in this time. I know she has a lot of things going on musically, one that you can even check out even tonight. And there's just so much good stuff that she has that I can't wait for us to talk about and to have you guys find out, because she can sing her face off, let me tell you. And I'm just so glad to be chatting with her tonight. But before we get to that, let's do a little bit of Thursday Thoughts singing for you. A suggestion from a few weeks ago was, Justin, why don't you sing Meatloaf? That was actually one of the suggestions that I gave to 33 1/3 Live before we settled on doing A Night at the Opera, that I was very interested in doing Bat Out of Hell by Meatloaf. His just his just shattering album, just so amazing. I mean, so many great artists on that. Of course, Jim Steinman, his songwriter, Meatloaf himself, for those big epic songs. If you look at the listing, one of my favorite drummers, other than Jim Durnick of 33 1/3 Live, of course, is Max Weinberg. Actually plays on a few of those songs, those big iconic songs that we've grown to love by Meatloaf. But we're going to start off with one of the songs from that album, one of my favorite kind of anti-love songs, a little song called 2 out of 3 Ain't Bad. Baby, we can talk all night, but that ain't getting us nowhere. I told you everything I possibly can. There's nothing left inside of here. Maybe you can cry all night, but that'll never change the way that I feel. The snow is really piling up outside. I wish you wouldn't make me leave here. I poured it on and I poured it out. I tried to show you just how much I care. I'm tired of words and I'm too hoarse to shout. But you've been cold to me so long, I'm crying icicles instead of tears. And all I can do is keep on telling you I want you, I need you, but there ain't no way I'm ever gonna love you. Now don't be sad, 'cause 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Now don't be sad, 'cause 2 out of 3 ain't bad. You'll never find your gold on a sandy beach. You'll never drill for oil on a city street. I'm looking for a ruby in a mountain of rocks, but there ain't no Coupe de Ville hiding at the bottom of a Cracker Jack box. I can't lie, I can't tell you that I'm something I'm not. No matter how I try, I'll never be able to give you something that I just haven't got. There's only one girl that I'll ever love, and that was so many years ago. And though I know I'll never get her out of my heart, she never loved me back. Ooh, I know. I remember how she left me on a stormy night. Or she kissed me and got out of my bed and thought I pleaded and I begged her not to walk. She packed her bags and turned right away. And she kept on telling me, she kept on telling me I want you, I need you, but there ain't no way I'm ever gonna love you. Now don't be sad, 'cause 2 out of 3 ain't bad. I want you, I need you, but there ain't no way I'm ever gonna love you. Now don't be sad, 'cause 2 out of 3 ain't. Baby, we can talk. Now don't be sad, 'cause 2 out of 3 ain't. Baby, we can talk all night, but that ain't getting us nowhere. The anti-love song. Oh my goodness, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. That was one of my favorite songs off of that album because it was the closest to a love song. He has a couple of those slower tunes on that album. That was one of them, and I just love it. I just love it because it's the heartbreak of love when that person you care about kind of walks out the door. Anyway. Sorry to bring it down, everybody, but it's such a great song. We have another song to end the night with, but we're not going to get to that just yet because I have a wonderful guest for my local business moment. Now, I always make sure to tell you guys, those of you that are watching live or catching the rebroadcast, please leave in the comments below if you have suggestions, things that you would like to hear me do. Let me know. That way, I can keep that in the plans for a future show. Also, I just love to hear from you guys, especially in these times of COVID. I don't know if you've figured this out yet. My walls don't clap so well. So it's nice to hear from you guys. Also, I ask for you to please share down below the businesses that you love. Local businesses right now are taking such a huge hit. Those are artists, mom and pop shops. Just run the gamut. There's just so many people right now that are so passionate about what it is that they do, and they're struggling because COVID is keeping us apart. And especially now in America, as things are starting to peak again, it's kind of like variations on a theme. We are now having to make sure that we are safer, even more so than we were before, so that we can try to put an end to this, so we can get back to something that resembles normal life, and doing so without putting people at risk. But in this time, we need to help these people who have these things that they love and that they're passionate about. And so I have a very special guest. And not only is she a fantastic musician, she also has a side business that can really help you during these times right now. So I'm so excited to talk about not just her musical endeavors, but also this wonderful thing that she does that again can help you out on many levels. We've used the phrase mild to wild a couple of times talking about this. So if the children are watching, please ask them to leave the room. But we are going to talk to my new best friend, Alyssa Marie, from the Netflix show Sing On. You can actually watch that right now, season 1. She's on episode 2. She represented Philly in a great way, and she's here to talk to me for some reason, and I am so grateful. Hello, Alyssa.
Hello. How are you, Justin?
Oh, I am so good. Thank you so much for joining me. And so, right off the bat, let's talk about this little TV show that you were on. It taped about a year ago, but it aired just this September on Netflix. It's hosted by one of my favorite singers, Mr. Titus Burgess. If you're a Netflix fan, you know him from The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. So tell me about this whole thing. How did you get involved? And tell me about your experience with it.
My goodness. This was completely, this is going to sound like, those everyday dream stories that you see in the movies. It really felt like it happened that way. So as you have said so kindly and generously, yes, I am a singer-songwriter. And last year I went through a really, really hard breakup. So great song choice for tonight. And it was a moment where I sat there and I thought, okay, what do you have? And I have my voice, and I thought, okay, well, as therapy for me and as to give back, I was consistent with posting videos, regardless if it was once a week or maybe 3 times a month, depending on my timing and when not with work. I kept putting up videos, and I have these little things on Instagram that I would call them minute snippets. So I would post a minute snippet of my videos from my YouTube page, Philly Covers, if you're interested. And this company reached out to me. This woman, she commented on one of my posts, and she was saying, oh, we're part of a show that's going to be on a really big network. We would love to have you come audition. I did not believe it. I was this close to not responding at all. I was, what could it have been, right? It was someone on Instagram leaving a number to reach out to. It was so far-fetched. So I laughed with my coworker at the time. I was a server, and I said, this is crazy. Do you see this? And then the next day it kind of stayed in my head, and I said, well, I guess it's worth a shot, even if it's, if it's BS, it's BS, but you don't know if you don't try. So I reached out, and they were real. And it just so happened that the auditions were in South Philly. And I'm about 20 minutes away from there, but I'm born and raised in South Philly. I love my Philly. I love everything about who we are, our attitude, our fun, our sports. We're a little we're a little intense. Um,
That's one way of putting it. Yeah.
yeah, it's a little intense. I say a little loosely. And so they had me come out and audition, and I I just I just felt like I knew it was my time, and I went and got my hair done that day. I was ready. I said, "This is it. Let's go." Like, I've got nothing to lose. Like, coming out of a heartbreak, I'm coming out of like all of these things that have happened in my life prior to all that. But I'll write a book, so be on the lookout for that. And so I went and I made it through, and they said, "Oh, they kept me on a little tightrope for a while, for about a month. Like, oh, you made it to this round. Oh, the producers like you here. Oh, the network said yes." And we're like, so they definitely did a really good job at keeping myself and the other amazing contestants on our toes with whether or not we were going to make this big thing. And so they told me, I'll say the end of last September, well, decision's been made, you've been selected, and we're going to fly you to London. So make sure you have your passport. And my heart just dropped. It's like, what? I'm going to London? No way. Like, and I didn't have my passport. I scrambled, and I had 8 Mile playing in the background. Like, lose yourself in the moment. This is it. Do whatever you have to do. And I just like went and I pulled every magic trick out of my book to just make it there. And it was unbelievable. They picked me up on my favorite holiday, Halloween. And yeah, it was very cool. So, and I didn't skip my holiday either. I dressed up a little goth, and I had my bag ready, and they had someone show up in a black car with like leather seats, and the guy was in a suit, and it was so surreal for me. This experience was just insane and incredible, and I met so many great people from this opportunity. And we all still talk. I talk with them, maybe once or twice a week. We have Zoom meetings. Like, we like to catch up, and we support each other in our music endeavors. And actually, I just spoke with one of the girls that is in the episode with me last week. She had an audition, and she was asking for, good vibes and, hype me up. And like, we all were like cheering her on. And so it was such a warm experience for sure. And, we all were practicing and whatnot. And then, well, the day that we shot the episode, they told us, "Oh, you have to vote each other off for the first 3 rounds." And we were like,
Oh.
"What? You just made us become best friends. Now you're asking us to like do each other in? Are you kidding?" Like, it was so hard. There was a lot of pressure. So I don't want to give anything away for those of you that haven't seen this show yet, because it is a brand spanking new show, and it's their first season. So I'm so eternally grateful that they looked and they were like, "You," and I could not be any more excited and just overwhelmed with so many emotions that this came and went, but it's still like in my face every day when I go on Netflix and I see it, and I'm like, wow, you did that. And it was so beautiful. But yeah, so anyone that hasn't seen it yet, please check it out. I'm on episode 2. Every episode there is 6 contestants. It's themed like a karaoke setup. So, and it's also themed like the old game Guitar Hero, where you have to meet the accuracy of the song. So there was a vocal analyzer that would, test whether or not we were on pitch. We didn't see it, and the only thing that we were able to see was a screen, and we had to wait for our names to be shown to even sing. So the fact that we didn't know when we were going to sing, and we had to make sure that we were on pitch, on top of voting each other off, and just the pressure of being in a beautiful studio. It was the same studio that 007 was filmed at, and I believe Jurassic World, and a couple other big films, Les Miserables. And so it was really cool to just be part of that history. And everyone was so gracious. Titus is so funny as usual. Really great spirit, and he was so encouraging. And again, I'm so floored to be a part of this experience. And for those of you that watch the episode and you see me here, I am not that mean. I'm not. Okay. But
The magic of reality TV.
The magic of reality TV, and the South Philly just came right out. She saw a camera, she said, "Let's go, let's party." So I really really hope that you guys enjoy, and yeah, it was great. Um,
So I'm going to put this back up on the screen. So those of you at home, if you haven't checked it out, Sing on Netflix. I the other day binged the whole season. It's so cool because also each episode has its own theme. So I know episode 2 was movie songs. So again, some songs that I was like, oh, okay, I can see that as being a movie song. Some of them I kind of had to go on a little bit of a mental journey, but it was I mean, it's such a fun show. And the thing that I think that is so different that would terrify me if I were ever on the show was that vocal analyzer. It's not a panel of judges. It's not like Titus is saying you're good, you're bad. He's the host. He's like the Ryan Seacrest, of it all. And there's this electronic, aspect that is telling you whether or not you are on or off, and you kind of bank points, or not points, you literally
yeah.
bank dollars based on your accuracy.
Mhm.
So it's such an interesting and cool concept. So I suggest, if you are a fan of singing competitions, check it out, because you're gonna love it. You're gonna be frustrated like I was, because again, sometimes the person you think is the best singer does not move on because of an issue of note accuracy compared to the original recording,
Mhm.
versus again their own interpretation and their own artistry. So
Mhm.
it's a very interesting show in that sense. So check it out. But we're not
Yeah.
here just to talk about you being awesome and on this TV show and a local Philly gal. Um, you came home, and again, this was about this time last year, and this was before the world decided to fall apart because of
Mhm.
COVID.
Yeah.
And so so now COVID has happened, and all of our performing jobs have gone by the way of the dodo bird, and they're extinct, and we're not really
Mhm.
performing now. We're not really out there with people. But you have found a way, something that you obviously care about, that you are now able to be there for people and with people in a different way. So tell us a little bit about this, and I'm going to put up your web page. It's called Pure Romance.
Yes. So Pure Romance is an amazing company. We've been around for over 25 years now. Started off in Cincinnati, Ohio, in the basement of a really fantastic single mom, boss babe, woman, entrepreneur, the amazing, amazing, inspiring woman. If you want to check out her story, her name is Patty Brisbane. And she started off as a single mom of 4 children, I believe. And she was doing the kits for intimacy party nights for women. And back then it was, extra hush hush, like, oh man, you can't say vagina like on the radio, or you can't so, but then and right now, business is booming, and it will not the sex and intimacy and partnership and healthy living and wellness will always be an essential part of life. So I'm considered an essential worker. And I absolutely love what I do. I have been involved with Pure Romance for about 3 years now. And Pure Romance actually helped create this opportunity for me because I get to work on my own time and I work from home and I can schedule everything around gigs when we did have gigs, and I can schedule everything around music videos and schedule things around getting to go on a plane to go to London for a few days and not have to worry about calling a boss and saying, "Hey, I need off because my dreams are happening." And I was able to just kind of, oh, well, here we go. But Pure Romance in itself is basically, we are an in-home party planning company. Obviously, since COVID, we have made a lot of adjustments. So for anyone who does not want to have gatherings, or if you want to have a virtual, I can do that as well. So a pure romance party is usually geared towards women's sexual health or anyone that identifies as a woman. We're very inclusive. And this has been such an eye-opener for me and for personal growth. This company has been there through thick and thin for me and so many clients of mine and other consultants that have been involved. So basically, a party, either virtual or in person, is about entertainment, education, and empowerment. Those are our 3 E's. And the entertainment, no brainer for me, right? So I remember the first time that I went to my first Pure Romance party. I was invited, and at the time, I thought my cousin wanted to spend time with me and hang out. Come find out, she just wanted me to buy some stuff so she can get some free stuff. But I'm happy to supply and happy to support. So I went, and I was shocked. I was so excited. I was like, wow, it's like we're back in the 50s, you guys. It's like Avon calling. Like, I didn't know that these companies still were a thing. I've kind of been living under a rock, you know? So I went, and the consultant at the time, who is my Pure Romance mom, as we would call if you sign under someone, she was giving her presentation. She was fun. She gave a lot of great information about sexual health and all around wellness, and about just having a better lifestyle, whether you're solo or if you're in a relationship. Regardless of what your lifestyle is, Pure Romance has something to offer for everyone. So when I went and I saw her do all of this, I was like, wow, I can do this. Like, I was one of the rare ones that just wanted to just jump right into this. Like, I seen the opportunity that could be there for me, and I just needed to go and do it. So I signed up by that weekend, and I went to a bus tour, and I saw our CEO, who is the son of Patty Brisbane, our founder, and his name is Chris Ciccanelli. And Chris was giving an amazing presentation talking about how using this would be a great catalyst for any dreams that you have, or just making that extra money that you can't necessarily make if you have a 9 to 5. Anything, any kind of goal, especially financially. This was something that spoke to me and spoke to a lot of people. So getting into that, so I did that. I signed up, and it was just a roller coaster of growth, from learning about different motivational speakers like Tony Robbins and um, Les Brown, like all these names that would come to your mind I didn't think of before Pure Romance, and talking about yoga and healthy like eating, all these things. Like, I've had so much growth because of this company. So when you throw a party with me or a virtual, the entertainment part is obviously no brainer. I have music, I do games, I give sex trivia, and I also provide either your choice of bottled wine or chocolate covered desserts. Every consultant is different. Every consultant runs their business differently. That's another reason why I loved being a part of this company, because no one's exactly telling you how to run it and what to do. Obviously, there are a few rules here and there just about being courtesy and having great customer service. So there's that. But as far as the creativity goes, for an Aquarius like me, I was all about it. So the entertainment is so much fun. And then getting into the education, which is super important nowadays. There are so many women that I have met through my 3 years in business, and so many even coming down the road, that still don't understand their own bodies. And it's a little alarming. It's sad. And there are a lot of younger women out there that are of adolescence that either haven't had the proper talk, or they're learning from a different source and don't have the right kind of guidance to understand the safety and understand their own bodies and how it works and what to expect, and even to explore and be given the permission to explore and be given that permission to seek out what it is that we want, right? Because there's a lot of women that are brought up to almost be silenced in a way. And I'm not saying, to each their own. But for me personally, when I was growing up, I had a lot of trouble saying what I wanted or saying what was on my mind with my partner. I was afraid to share. So, Pure Romance, when you host a party with any consultant or with myself, you have that opportunity, you have that freedom to kind of come out of your shell. So, depending on who I'm partying with, sometimes I like to let all of the guests have their own persona name. Like, come up with your goddess name for the evening. Come up with your vixen, your sexy name, like for the evening. Your stripper name, whatever makes you feel comfortable. Or if you're not into that and you want to keep it a little bit more like reserved and you want like just some nice skincare products and CBD products, we can do that as well. I have bath and beauty products as well. So it's a little bit of everything. And, for those kinds of parties, I have like, give a nice compliment to the woman next to you or say something, empowering about the hostess this evening. Like it's geared towards giving each other that confidence because we're also raised to believe that we're competition against each other. And that's not necessarily true. Not at all. There is enough room and crowns to go around for every person out there. And Pure Romance has helped me be able to provide that freedom and that confidence to bring out within myself and to bring out in others. I have one story that do I have time to share?
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm just gonna put up your website while you tell that story. I'm gonna do a little bit of scrolling for you just so that the folks can see at home.
Oh, cool. Sure. So I have one story. There was this woman, she was mid 40s, I believe, and I'll never forget. It was the end of the demonstration. So my demonstrations usually are about an hour, give or take. I have a playlist playing in the background, and usually my products like to sync up with my songs because I'm funny like that. I could be a DJ. Um, and so at the end of the presentation, everyone gets an opportunity to shop in private with me. So again, you have that freedom and you don't have to feel shy or afraid, or, if you have any questions that you feel a little timid to share in front of everyone in a room, you can still talk with me one-on-one when we go back in the shopping room. So this woman was sitting with me in the shopping room. She was getting her wish list out and she was all excited. And she opened up to me and she said, this is the first time that I've been out in 4 years. And I said, 4 years. And she said, well, I left a relationship. It was really toxic. We were married for, I think, over 10 years, she said. And it was her coming out of her shell again and finally giving herself that permission to live. And she was just on the brink of tears. Like, she was so happy to be somewhere surrounded by other like-minded women and who were supportive of her and supportive of her growth, and to just be herself again. And I think we were in there for about 15 minutes just hashing it out and talking it out, and she was so thankful, and she kept thanking me, and I'm like, well, thank yourself. You gave yourself this opportunity to come here, and I'm so happy to be a part of that and to help you come back to you and even help you grow into a better you than what you were before. So, we still keep in touch, and she's thriving now. She's happy, but that's just one story of like thousands of encounters that I've had to help women find their inner goddess again and get back into their feminine energy and their power. And it's so beautiful to see that and be a part of that. And it really helps me feel better and give back in a way. So, and then of course, last and not least, I think I already said it without saying it, but empowerment. So, empowerment for them, empowerment for me. It's a whole energy exchange and it's so wonderful. So, I'm telling you, like, it's so much fun. And, again, only 20% of the website and the catalog is intimacy, for couples and singles alike. So there's a little something for everybody. But again, I have everything from bath, skincare, lotions. We have essential oils. This is actually one product that I love to use, and it's called Between the Sheets. So you can use this for basically anything. Well, anything as far as after the deed is done and you have that spot that we're all thinking about, that you guys probably flip a coin over or you want to throw a towel on because you don't feel like washing the sheets. Um, you can spray this, and there's different scents. So this will soak up that spot, and it will actually leave your sheets feeling nice and silky and comfortable. And it's a really great air freshener as well. So this one that I have in my hand is called Love Story, and it's like an amber vanilla scent. So if you're a fan of vanilla, this is the way to go. It's also great if you chafe during the summer. Some women or anyone would like to use this as a powder. So it sprays on, and then you can like put it in your spots that you have chafing, or if you go to the gym a lot and you put your gear in your bag, you can spray your bag down. When I was driving Lyft, because I have so many side hustles, I would spray
You
this.
gotta.
Yeah, you got it these days. I would spray this in my car, and just in case I had like maybe not the best smelling rider, but it's okay. But it was also, a great tool, when someone gets in the car, oh, it smells nice. Hey, so I would make a sale sometimes too. So double dipping, um, as I like to say. And I'm sure as you guys noticed by now, my background, we are in my home office. So you could get a look at some of the lingerie pieces that I have back here. And there's so much more options on the website as well. So if anyone has any questions, or if you want a private consultation with me, my phone number and my contact info is on the website as well. Or you can find me on Facebook, Alyssa Marie Canalichio. It's very Italian. If you're friends with John or Justin, you can find me there. And that's basically a little bit of the gist of everything I think I covered.
I think you got it all, because this was our conversation earlier. Only thing that you didn't talk about, I'm going to put it up right now, is you actually do have an event
I do.
coming up right now. So I'm going to putting up this poster that you did. Let me take down that banner so that folks at home can see this a little bit better. So I guess what bogeys, I guess we would call that.
I think, yeah, I'm gonna go with bogeys. I think that's how you pronounce it. It could be bogeys. I'm not. I don't know. So this.
But sips and snacks and shopping.
Mm-hmm.
That's my I'm there.
Yes, no, please come through. So I know with everything going on and Philadelphia going on a lockdown as of tomorrow, this is still going on. I double checked as of yesterday, and this is going to be an outside event. They're going to limit it to it's a pretty big space. So I believe they're going to limit to about 100 people per, for the event. Excuse me. But it's from 2 to 6 p.m. So there's going to be complimentary food, refreshments, door prizes, and so many different vendors. So you'll find me there. And I will be putting up, so I'll have product available to buy off hands if you just want to take some home. And I'll have some things available that you can taste and smell. And I will not have the buzz. We would have to meet up or do something in private, just because it's an outside event and there might be kids. So as I can't have all that. That's my rules. But this is going to be a really fun time, and the holidays are coming up, and with everything being shut down, and you still want to get out there and do some kind of shopping, I think this is a great opportunity to support all of the other small businesses and help yours truly. And I know I'll be doing some shopping while I'm there. There's a couple of vendors that I noticed that I'm like, oh yeah, I'm all about it. So please come through. All of the vendors that you see on here, we're all in this together, right? And there will be hand sanitizer. You have to have a mask required, and there will be temperature checks. So just be aware of that. So we're going to brave it out there for you, and we hope that you're brave enough to come out there with us and just be there. Try your best. I know it's hard right now, but some kind of holiday spirit, and I will have gift baskets available that day as well. If you need something on the fly and you're like, I don't have time to wrap something or do whatever, I'm right here. I can do it all. So please come through. in
So again, folks, this event is going on. It's going to be outdoors. Again, PPE is all required, and hand sanitizer will be available. There will be temperature screenings, and again, if you feel comfortable to go out and be responsible with other people being responsible, this is an event for you to help not just Alyssa here, but also some other wonderful vendors that are local to the area and that are they are their own businesses. So this is a way for you to again shop local, especially during this time and also the holiday season. If you are in a position where you're like, you know what, I want to support, but I don't feel comfortable being out in that type of situation, you can still meet up with Alyssa at pureromance.com/AlyssaMC. And again, we had her website up. And again, if you're just looking for well, first off, it's all wellness. It is
Mhm.
all wellness, and that's what I love about this. And especially in these times when we are kind of confined, we are addressing topics of wellness that we've never really had to because we thought of these things more passive. But again, we're confined, and these things are now such a high priority. Our personal wellness, our personal sexuality, our personal relationships with ourselves, and then also with those close to us, those that we love, our partners, and and not just the sexual relationships, but also the wellness and how we can be um, just better together, even with some of these products that are just again for health and wellness. Just sometimes putting some of these wonderful moisturizers on your partner's back.
Mhm.
That's just a way of connecting in a non-sexual way that is so important that a lot of people don't think like, oh, I haven't done that in since Ford was president. Maybe I should touch my partner. So,
Right, right, or they're like, "Wow, I've been confined so much," and it's like, "Ah, you're driving me crazy. I don't wanna see you," or, and it's like, "I see you every day," and then it's like, you kinda lose that, it's almost like you start to take each other for granted when you're, like, confined all the time, and it's like you lose that magic of, okay, I'll see you later. And then it's like you come like, oh, I'm so happy to see you. So I'm sure it's very stressful to kind of keep that magic alive. So that's what I'm here for. I'm your fairy godmother of intimacy and empowerment and living your best life and let your freak flag fly and do what you need to do and love each other through this thick and thin and try to just keep up that spirit, especially if you have kids. Like I actually just had a consultation with a beautiful, wonderful couple that have been married for a year now, but they've been together for over 8 years, and they are thriving, doing amazing. They just had their first child, so they're feeling those first that first child. I don't have children, so I can't. Help me out here, Justin. You
you,
understand? I think
you,
that
you you can empathize, but you don't know what the hell's going on.
yeah, I'm like, I can empathize. Like I nanny sometimes too, so I see the stress. I know. I'm like there's a woman that I same thing. I nanny for her sometimes. She's like, Alyssa, um, I'm in need of a date night. I'm going crazy. I'm stuck at home all the time. What do you have? And I'm like, come with me. Um, so it's so good. So again, like if you need some help with in that department, and it doesn't have to be anything that feels intimidating. I know there's a lot of people out there that you say the word toy and they're like, what? So
Right, that taboo of again, sexuality, be it using something that's not a body part, for yourself or for your partner. There is, and especially in the United States, there is still kind of a taboo about these things. But
right,
again, it's not about deviancy; it's about wellness and it's about
mhm.
connection. And I just love that that's
Yes.
what this is all about.
Yes, and giving yourself permission and freedom to be free with each other. And that's basically the main thing with pure romance. They care so much about your relationships, regardless if you're having a relationship with yourself, which is the most important one first and foremost, but also the relationship with your partner and that it's so important, especially right now. And there we have games on my website as well. So if getting a little too taboo is not for you, that's okay. I've got card games, and these games are so fun. They're called date night. So you can, it's kind of like playing Go Fish. You could sit there and you guys deal cards and you pull out a card, and one card might say, let's talk about what are your thoughts on sex on the beach? And you guys have a conversation of, well, how do you feel about that? Maybe there are things that you've never thought to ask your partner that this game called date night can help you do that and kind of help you relearn each other again, especially right now because we're all stuck at home, you know. So again, if you have any questions and if you want some more additional information, please check out the website, check out the online catalog. I am available almost 24/7. If, you know, you can message me, you can contact me, and I will be ready to help you out in any way that I can.
Alyssa, you are fantastic. Thank you so much for spending some time with me and talking about your business. And I'm going to go back to it. If you haven't heard this gal sing, what are you doing? Go to YouTube, check out Philly Covers. Her videos are awesome. Her voice is awesome. And check out Sing on Netflix, hosted by the wonderful Titus Burgess. Season 1 is out as of September. And if you haven't watched it yet, check it out. It is a singing competition unlike any singing competition I have seen yet. And it has all of the drama and everything that you want in a good singing competition in these great little one episode morsels. So you don't have to feel that you have to, follow the whole season. That there's, again, it's essentially a different cast every episode, a different theme every episode. And our wonderful Alyssa Marie here was on episode 2 of the pilot season, and gosh, I just loved it. I absolutely loved it. And Alyssa, we love you. Thank you so much, guys. Support her and the work that she's doing. She's wonderful, and we've got to, in this time especially, help those people that we care about. And she's just everything that she's doing, be it singing and performing or working with Pure Romance as a consultant, doing these parties, helping people with wellness and intimacy. It's all about taking care of each other. And that's what her whole mission is. And so I think we should maybe take care of her. What do you say? So make sure you check out our stuff. Alyssa, thank you again so much. Feel free to hang out in the green room. I have another song to sing. But again, a pleasure. And I look forward to talking to you real soon.
Yes, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. Thank you. My goodness, isn't she wonderful? I mean, I love that she has such a passionate story to tell. She cares so much about the work that she does. And again, like I said, everything that she does, if it's singing, if it's working through Pure Romance as a consultant, everything that she does, it's to take care of people. She says that she's even done, car share driving. That's a way of telling people, hey, I care to make sure that you get from your point A to point B safely because I know that I can do that for you. It's all about wellness, and that's why we love people like this, and why we love to support local businesses here on Thursday Thoughts through our local business moments. So thank you so much for watching this. And I've got one more song for you. The great Meatloaf again is our is our music du jour today. And I have the title song from his album A Bat Out of Hell. And we're going to get to that in a second. But before I keep going, let me just wrap things up again and just say thank you all for being here with me. Your support means the world to me. And again, I couldn't do this if it weren't for you. And your support is just it's just capital. It's paramount to me. And you being here means so much. And I just wanted to let you know of 3 other ways that you can continue to support what it is that I do. First, you can share a post either on Facebook, or you can take this YouTube video and you can share it to your social media. And again, that just lets people who aren't necessarily my friends and fans and family right now, let them know, hey, I like this thing. Maybe you should check it out too. And that goes such a long way. You could also write a review or leave a comment below as people start to book new venues and performance seasons for 2021 and 2022. They look at reviews and comments to see what the people think about the performers that they're looking to put on stage. And those reviews, again, those can sometimes make or break whether or not I can get back into a venue that I've played or even a new venue. And so, again, that helps such a great deal and is such a wonderful support. The last thing that you can do is you can visit my digital tip jar. You can go to Venmo, just search at symbol Justin Gonzalez Tenor, or you can go to PayPal, paypal.me/Justin Gonzalez Tenor. Now, those of you that have followed me over the past months know that I've been very fortunate. I've had the opportunity to do a lot of performing. Even in the midst of COVID, I've been doing a lot of distanced performances in public, open air performances, or I've been doing these wonderful digital performances. But now, as the chill has come into the air, outdoor performances have ceased. And as COVID is on the rise again, indoor performances, even with small numbers and well spaced and well ventilated areas, now no longer exist. I am now still getting cancellations for performances left and right. And so a visit to my digital tip jar just helps keep things resembling normal. And they help me do what I need to do as far as my day to day, but it also helps with making sure that this show gets better. This purchased the webcam, it purchased the ring light, it purchased the microphone, and it helps pay for the subscription to StreamYard. So that way, this show is at a higher quality. So that way, you guys can enjoy it even more. So thank you, thank you, thank you for all of your support, watching, sharing, reviewing, and visiting my digital tip jar. You guys rock. So speaking of rock, let's hit it, boys. A little Bat Out of Hell. Yeah! Oh, yeah, yeah! The signs are screaming and the fires are howling way down in the valley tonight. There's a man in the shadows with a gun in his eye and a blade shining oh so bright. There's evil in the air and there's thunder in the sky and the killers on the bloodshot streets. And down in the tunnel where the deadly are rising, I swear I saw a young boy down in the gutter. He was starting to foam in the heat. Oh, baby, you're the only thing in this whole world that's pure and good and right. And wherever you are and wherever you go, there's always gonna be some light. But I gotta get out, I gotta break it out now before the final crack of dawn. So we gotta make the most of our one night together. When it's over, you know, we'll both be so alone. Like a bat out of hell, I'll be gone when the morning comes. When the night is over, like a bat out of hell, I'll be gone, gone, gone. Like a bat out of hell, I'll be gone when the morning comes. But when the day is done and the sun goes down and the moonlight shining through, then like a sinner before the gates of heaven, I'll come crawling on back to you. I'm gonna hit the highway like a battering ram on a silver black phantom bike. When the metal is hot and the engine is hungry, we're all about to see the light. Nothing ever grows in this riding old hole, and everything is stunted and lost. And nothing really rocks and nothing really rolls, and nothing's ever worth the cost. Well, you know that I'm damned if I never get out, and maybe I'm damned if I do. With every other beat I've left in my heart, you know I wanna be damned with you. Well, if I gotta be damned, you know I wanna be damned, dancing through the night with you. Well, if I gotta be damned, you know I wanna be damned. Gotta be damned, you know I wanna be damned. Gotta be damned, you know I wanna be damned. Dancing through the night, dancing through the night, dancing through the night with you. Yeah! Oh. Oh, baby, you're the only thing in this whole world that's pure and good and right. And whatever you are and wherever you go, there's always gonna be sunlight. But I gotta get out, I gotta break it out now before the final crack of dawn. So we gotta make the most of our one night together. When it's over, you know, we'll both be so alone. Like a bat out of hell, I'll be gone when the morning comes. But when the night is over, like a bat out of hell, I'll be gone, gone, gone. Like a bat out of hell, I'll be gone when the morning comes. But when the day is done and the sun goes down and the moonlight shining through, then like a sinner before the gates of heaven, I'll come crawling on back to you. Then like a sinner before the gates of heaven, I'll come crawling on back to you. See myself tearing up the road faster than any other boy has ever gone. And my skin is raw, but my soul is right. And no one's gonna stop me now, I'm gonna make my escape. But I can't stop thinking of you. And I never see the sun curve till it's way too late. Yeah! And I never see the sun curve till it's way too late. And I'm down at the bottom of the pit in the blazing sun, torn and twisted at the foot of a burning vine. And I think somebody somewhere must be tolling a bell. And the last thing I see is my heart still beating. I'm breaking out of my body and flying away like a bat out of hell. And I'm down in the bottom of a pit in the blazing sun, just torn and twisted at the foot of a burning vine. And I think somebody somewhere must be tolling a bell. And the last thing I see is my heart still beating, still beating. I'm breaking out of my body and flying away like a bat out of hell, like a bat out of hell, like a bat out of hell, like a bat out of hell. Like a bat out of hell. Like a bat out of hell. And that's all. That's it. That's Bat Out of Hell. All 9 minutes of it. Because why not end the show with a 9-minute rock aria? That's what I love about Meatloaf. Before we all knew him as this great rock and roller, he was a musical theater actor. He was in either the original Broadway cast or the first American touring cast of the musical Hair. And of course, all of us know Meatloaf from Rocky Horror Picture Show. He was Eddie. It's just such a great theatrical voice, and he tells these really fun stories. And thank you guys for sharing an evening of Meatloaf with me. I know next week we're going to be having an evening of turkey on Thursday. So next week there's not going to be any shows, but there is one more show this week, and that is, I'll put it up in the corner, Freddie Friday. I'm waiting on Chip Michael, the bass player from 33 1/3 Live's Killer Queen Experience. He has been tinkering with live recordings of ours and has been eliminating my voice from the recordings so that tomorrow's show we will be featuring the band. It's going to be my first time using the tracks that they have recorded, and I am just so excited. And I'm excited for you guys to get to hear this because tomorrow we were actually supposed to do a live stream concert from Daryl's House Club in Pauling, New York. That is the venue of Daryl Hall of Hall & Oates. And because of the uptick in COVID, we had to reschedule. So we're not doing that until January now. But I was just so excited that I reached out to Chip with tears in my eyes and a frog in my throat. And I said, dude, I've got to sing. I've got to do it. And he said, yeah, I'll get you some tracks. So he's going to be sending them to me either tonight or tomorrow. And man, I am so excited. And I hope that you will tune in tomorrow, 7 o'clock, right here on YouTube or on Facebook for a little Freddie Friday. But until then, my friends, be nice to somebody, support a local business, and wash your hands and wear those masks. Again, it's the simple things that we can do to take care of each other. When we wear the mask and we wash our hands, we're not just showing that we want to take care of ourselves, but we want to take care of the weakest of us, the elderly, the children, those that we don't know are sick because we don't see it. They don't look sick. So how are they sick? Someone like me, I have an autoimmune disease. And, this is something that can be very damaging. And as long as we continue to do the selfless thing, taking care of our neighbors, we're going to be fine. Wash those hands, wear those masks, support a local business. Do something. You don't have to be so extravagant like I was tonight and talk for 45 minutes with someone about something they're so passionate about. Although, if you can, do it, because this was a hell of a lot of fun tonight, getting to hear Alyssa's story. And again, check out her Pure Romance page and support her, but also support your relationships and your wellness by by grabbing some of these products. Again, everything from mild to wild. Look at those eyebrows. You know what I'm talking about. So, so make sure you check out Alyssa's shop. But again, of course, if you have the extra dollars to spend, do it. But also share a post on Facebook or your social media platform of choice, and tell people, hey, I know these people. They do this thing. They love doing it, and unless we help them, they're not going to be around to do it. So, we need to be for them a support. We need to be there for them now, more than ever, so that way they can be there for us when we want and need them. And then, of course, like I said, be nice to somebody. Social media, as great as it is for us to connect, um, it is the greatest hits reel. We see everyone at their best on social media, and we don't know what their behind the scenes looks like. We don't. And that is all the more reason we need to be the light for these people in their potential darkness. And again, I always told this to my students when I taught: you reap what you sow. If you plant bad crops, if you plant weeds, you reap weeds. But if you plant goodness, that will come back to you. So be nice to somebody. My friends, thank you so, so much for sticking around. And I will see you tomorrow at 7 o'clock for Freddy Friday. Take care of each other. I'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.